Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Attila Western Roman Empire campaign. So before we end this turn, we've got a couple of things we need to do, almost all of them in diplomacy. Just taking a quick look around, we really need to start building up our economy down in this area. Obviously we're a little bit behind the 8-ball just because we had to demolish so much of what was already there, but eventually we should be able to boost our income by building up, economy buildings here and there. And hopefully through doing that we can, continue to increase this. We'll have more and more money to continue doing that. Obviously we need to build as many legions as we can. We've got 2 on the march south here to intercept these 2 armies that are headed our way. And we might have to, I think Demavia was ours, yeah. So we're going to have to take that back by force. And then the Ostrogoths, the ones who liberated them, are going to have to go down as well. Over to the north, things are looking okay in this area. We managed to push back most of what was threatening us. However, to the northernmost part of our empire, things are looking extremely bleak. The Utes have taken Colonia Agrippina from us after the Saxons severely raided it. And then to our east, a group of rebels have sprung up, and they are dangerously close to Argentoratum. So we're going to need to do something about that. Unfortunately, Titus is a bit tied down at the moment. If he leaves Augusta, we could be in real trouble, but at the same time, these guys could potentially threaten our village here. So I'm thinking this army's got to stay. Hopefully the garrison can hold against those guys. It'll be about a turn before they're a threat to us, but you never know. So anyways, as I was saying, let's jump into diplomacy. And I was noticing between episodes, there's a couple of factions that don't entirely hate us. Of course, one is the Franks. We've been working on them for a while, and our relations with them are really improving. They don't like the Saxons at all, so we're going to continue to try to sort of pit them against each other. I would love to be able to get some sort of alliance with them, but unfortunately we're just not quite there yet. Part of the fact that we are, such a large empire is what's holding us back. And then of course, culture and religion. Religion, not so much though. We can probably get around that. So what else do we have going on? You guys might accept a non-aggression pact? No. No alliances either. That's unfortunate. Garamantians, we've tried them already. They're not too interested. And another thing I noticed is the Utes might be willing to accept a peace treaty. No, unfortunately not. Maybe if I offer them whatever I have left in my treasury. No. Okay, but that's something we might be able to use on the next turn if we have a little bit more money. Let's see. Apparently our relations with them are improving slightly. I don't mind them having this province right now. We can always take it back later, but at the moment I just want to limit the amount of people we're at war with, because right now it's basically everybody. So we can't do anything about that. The Illyrians, we need to stay at war with because I have to take that back from them. You guys, I wouldn't mind a peace treaty with you, but you don't seem interested. They're pretty much destroyed anyways, but it'd be nice to kind of make sure they don't come back at any point. The Caledonians, they're not interested either, but they can't really do anything because we have a legion up there. Actually, we are currently under siege up there, so next turn we will have to get our legion up there to take care of it. The Saxons are definitely not interested. Wouldn't mind peace with you guys. They're far enough away where it shouldn't matter though. And finally the Visigoths.
You have the ear of my people.
No dice. Okay, well, we tried. Let's go ahead and advance the turn and we'll see what happens. I imagine nothing good, but you don't know until you hit the button, right? So the Saxons went completely around us, and apparently they have an incredible amount of move distance because they made it all the way to this village here, despite being all the way up next to that one. So I guess we're going to have to fight this. I don't see a way around it. They have basically 3,200 men against our 540. I do not see a way of victory here. They have 2 generals as well, so I might just auto-resolve this because I don't see a way that we can win it. If it was just one army, like if it was just this army, I would actually feel fairly confident in my ability to beat them. This one would be more difficult, but I think I could still stand a chance, but both of them together, I just don't see how we could do it. So we're going to go with a balanced auto-resolve stance, and obviously they're going to wipe us out. Hopefully they just sack it and then run away. If they claim it for themselves, we'll have a little bit more of an issue here. It looks like they did just sack it. Okay, so that was probably the best thing that they could have done. So the Eastern Roman Empire wants me to go to war with the Alans. I just don't think we can deal with that right now. We have way too many other enemies to focus on. Another war in the south is not something that we currently need. They are hemorrhaging land right now, though, and I feel bad. I'd like to help them, but I just don't think that I can spare any more legions to help them out. We already have 2 marching down there, and frankly, I just don't see how we could basically bail them out of their situation and keep ourselves afloat over here. So I'm going to have to decline it, as much as I'd like to help them and take that money. Alright, so of course the settlement of Argentoratum has been sacked by the Saxons. The Eastern Roman separatists have been destroyed. Council of Carthage. Okay, so Greek Christianity apparently gets a... Oh, all forms of Christianity get a boost. Interesting. And then Christian support. So public order for Christian presence in our cities. Oh, right. So between turns, the Caledonians decided to back off of our city here. Of course, it's still pretty beat up. We'll have to repair it. Otherwise, things are going to go very poorly for us up here. I think what I might do is I kind of want to just go after them and finish them off. I don't really like the idea of leaving these areas down here unprotected. Especially since the... Actually, no, they're holding pretty steady. I thought there was a military crackdown here, but apparently not. So we might be able to keep things stable here without an army present. Up here, not so much, but I'm thinking it might be worth going after the Caledonians and turning them into like a puppet state. That way, they have to help us in our wars. They could, you know, potentially fight off the Picts or the what are these guys, like the Abdanians or something? Yeah. So if they decide to attack me or the Picts decide to attack me, turning them into a puppet state could really help us. Plus, I don't really want to conquer anything beyond Hadrian's Wall. It seems kind of like a bad idea. So let's move up to the wall, and we'll kind of get an idea of what's happening on the other side. They've got 2 armies present. And to be honest, I feel like I could probably handle them both at the same time. But not with the garrison as well. So I'm going to leave these guys right here, and I can fortify my stance, so I will. So they'll have to go through me if they want to get to any of my holdings. Oh, right, yeah. That was the village. Trade agreement with the Vandals has been dissolved. That's a bit worrying. We'll have to see what happened there. And, demolition complete. Okay. So what happened with the Vandals? They didn't get taken out, did they? They're still there. What happened? Okay, so apparently the Lugians decided to take their land from the Vandals. And so there goes our ally. I mean, they're still there, but they're a nomadic horde again, so that's kind of not good for us. We ended up losing our brother and a whole legion to set them up there, so that really sucks. I'm gonna see about maybe a few more peace treaties.
Welcome.
We'll try it again, see if we have any luck. What about you guys? You were close. Oh, great. They changed their mind. Illyria, we can't go, or we can't end our war with you because we need our land back. So nobody's really willing to budge. Alright. Alamans, you might want to trade, maybe?
Are you brave or foolish?
No. Okay, well, that's about it for diplomacy. Right, so we were going to go down to sort of the south of France, the west of northern Italy, and we were going to start building an economy. Food is going to be really important here, but also we need like any sort of income we can get. Public order looks to be pretty stable here, so I don't think we need too much more of that, but it is going to be, you know, at least moderately important. So let's see, what kind of, I guess industry would be the way to go. So let's slap that down. And don't think we want to do that yet. We could throw down like a cattle herd. That would give us like what, 450 wealth, 200 from animal husbandry, and an additional 250 from the fertility level. So that would make us money. That's not a bad idea. This will not make... Actually, it will make us money. That will give us more, but less public order. But we'll get more... Oh, more Roman paganism. We don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that at all. Because that's going to combat with the Latin Christianity. Although this would win. I mean, it's already producing 6. This is like 2 or 3. What about in the Oh, that is the capital. Okay. How about in Italia? Let's see. More salt would be a good idea. Although that's not as much money as I would have hoped. I think just building another cattle herd here would make us more. Yeah. Also, the cattle herds, the nice thing about cattle herds is they're less susceptible to fertility drops. Whereas, like, the wheat fields, it's 20 from agriculture and then another 90 from the fertility level. Where this is 40 and 50, so in total it's less. But when we hit 400 AD and the fertility drops, we'll take less of a hit from it. It may end up being more, but either way we would get more money from it. And then the sheep flock is going to give us the most money, but the least amount of food. So I think this is a good balance. Also, anything we can do to offset the food loss from Rome is probably a good, good idea. What about in the south of Italy? Looks like things are starting to even out. How are we on food here? Plus 12. So you know what? I think if we built another cattle herd there and then a trade jetty here, we would be okay. That would start making us some cash. And then, let's see, we did have a level up here. Bacchus is level 2. Or actually, he's level 3, isn't he? Let's see, let's get you some melee defense because honestly that's the only way we stay alive at this point. And then integrity is tempting, but is there anything else? Like some attack would be great. Zeal, I don't really need zeal right now. You're not a governor, so that's not going to help. But that would give them more melee defense, which is never a bad thing, so we'll take that. If anything, we'll hold the line indefinitely, but I don't know how far that's going to get us. So let's see. I'm going to put you guys right here. And you're going to go stand right next to them. And I think we'll attack. Can we attack? No, we can't. Okay, so you guys are just going to stand pretty close together so that if they attack one of you, they have to attack both. Hopefully he can't get around us. It's possible that he can. We'll see if he decides to, try for that. So over here, the Saxons kind of caught us off guard. They might be far enough apart where I can take one of them out. In fact, I think that they are. If he moves here, we might be able to attack this guy separately. The rebels might join in, but that's not really a problem. So let's get you leveled up. Titus. I think we're going to go with that for starters. That'll give you some more integrity. And then if we go infantry commander, again, he'll get melee defense, and I think that's what we're going to do. I'll give you this just so you have something. And let's move to here.
I want hourly patrols.
And then I think we will attack, but it's saying that he's going to reinforce him. So that makes me a bit concerned. Because these are Roman units, and for some reason, this is one thing I really don't like about this game. Is the rebels will have better units than you. Like, I don't have access to Kantari yet. These are some of the best cavalry you can get as Romans. And they have them already. I am not even close. They have Ballistari, which are crossbowmen. I don't have access to those yet. So, like, how are my rebels getting these things? But, yeah, I'd like to attack these guys. Their army is mostly trash. I'm just concerned about the rebels there. Well, it's saying I only have to fight them, so we'll fight this one. It's going to be pretty one-sided, but I don't want to go the whole episode without a battle, so let's go ahead and do it. So we got rain. I don't think we want to fight in the rain. Let's see what else we can get here. More rain. Dry, yeah, we'll just do dry. I would have, probably accepted fog because they do have a lot of archers, but I don't think we're going to be that lucky today. I'd like to fight them in this clearing because I want to be able to see what they're throwing at me. So let's get our guys probably about that far apart, and we'll space them just a little bit. Something like that. Actually, I kind of want them further apart. What I want to do is basically have these guys be my front line, and then behind them I'm gonna have they're not cohorts anymore. They're legios or legios. I've heard it said both ways, but I always want to say legio because like legion. It's not like a legion, so yeah. But I don't know. I don't know which one is technically correct. Anyways, what this alignment allows me to do is these guys will basically take the initial charge, and while the enemy is sort of like making contact, these guys are countercharging through the gaps. And so hopefully we can get like flanks and counter charges off with the same sort of movement. And then obviously we'll have our skirmishers along the front. And we have a little bit of cavalry. I'll start them in the back, and then we'll kind of move them as necessary. Let's go ahead and lock that in. You'll be group 2. And let's start. So we want to be fighting somewhere about here. Like that. Cavalry. Oh right, we have garrison units. Ooh, I didn't see this. The only problem is we can't just sit back. We attacked, so we have to take the initiative, which is unfortunate. I probably should have auto-resolved this because they definitely would have taken less casualties had I done that, but I don't know. I wanted to fight this, I don't like recording entire episodes where there's no combat. It's just not fun. I mean, that's like the point of the game basically. Everything else is sort of like filler or just context. We are going to start taking hits though when we get in range here. That reminds me, do you guys have... Oh, it's stationary. I was hoping that they had the offensive testudo where they could move as they do it. Unfortunately, they don't. But at least they have testudo, so we can basically make our infantry impervious to ranged attacks. Which is, obviously a nice thing to have. I'm concerned about the dogs. There's not too many of them, but they can really mess you up. I'd prefer that they didn't. Cavalry's here. Get out there for now. I forgot to move you guys. Go ahead and get to there. Let's fast forward a little bit. And you guys are probably going to start taking missile fire. Yep. So let's slow things down a little bit. And I'm going to take you two out of that group. And the rest of it is going to start moving up. Albeit a bit awkwardly here. Something like that would be great. You guys are going to fill in behind them so you don't take a bunch of slinger stones. Cavalry, continue moving up through the trees. Why aren't you moving? Maybe you are, and it's just... Okay, yeah. It's just the slow-mo. But you guys are still moving really, really slow. Come on. Come on. Our javelin guys are taking missile fire. Who's being ambushed? There's no ambushing happening here, although I'm going to ambush them. Get you into the trees. In fact, go ahead and just charge. You're pretty much a throwaway unit. I'm going to slow things down a bit here. And they are coming at us now, so... What I think I'm going to do is... keep you guys coming at those slingers. Let's get you guys braced. Interesting, they don't have... I thought they would have spear wall. Apparently they just have testudo. That's fine, I guess. I don't want you to commit yet. You need to get out of there. So here they come. They're going to run right into our spears. You know what? Go after them. They committed those swordsmen, so we're going to charge. Here they come. Go ahead and countercharge. I want you guys to take out those slingers. Can you come back here and maybe get those archers? You need to get out of there. Those dogs are going to tear you apart. Yeah, you're getting wrecked right now. Get out of there. Get out of there. They've pretty much committed everything to the middle. Get around. Go this way. You can pretty much just kite them for now. We did break them here. You need to stay there. I don't want you to get out of position. Oh, you're taking missile fire.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat.
Damn.
Their unit has rallied.
Okay. They want to play hardball. Why don't you go help them out? Because they're taking some losses. Stay on those slingers, or are they archers? Archers. Okay, so we routed them. Fall back, fall back. Come on, stay with me. Stay with me. Don't let those pikes get near you, though. That's not going to end well for anybody. Why is it taking you so long to kill archers? I have no idea. Go over here and hit those guys or something. You guys still have ammo, so move up a little bit, see if you can't use it. Get after them, please. You're gonna break, but that's fine. No, don't get caught. Get out of there. Go, 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 go. Disengage. Actually hit these guys as you go. And I think what I'm going to do, and what I should have done before, is basically just move this whole formation up to about there. Maybe a little bit further. Basically going to march them right into this infantry in a formation, and hopefully we can dispatch the general. Actually, you guys are going to basically just focus fire him at this point. But they're pretty spread out and scattered here, so we should be able to use that to our advantage. So in we go. You are going to countercharge them. Well, it's not a countercharge if they're stationary, but you get the idea. So we're going to go in there. I think I would prefer it if you rallied everybody. And then, let's see. Actually, go ahead and commit to that. Maybe shield wall and then attack. I'm not going to commit them yet because I do not know what they're going to counter this with. So let's speed things up. Everybody's got really nice morale here. Piling in. These swordsmen look like they're going to come inward, so why don't you guys march to there. Stay in your testudo, by the way. Who's fleeing? Hurry up and kill those. There we go. Now get after the archers. I guess they broke. Okay. Not a big deal. Why don't you come... No. Stay there, stay there. Let's get you guys on them. Are you into Studo? You're gonna get hit by those pikemen, so... Legio, get moving. Cavalry, I need you to move. Legio's gonna flank these pikes. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see. You get over there. Legio, get in there. They're gonna get hit from the back and just absolutely destroyed. Pile in on the... Pile in on the commander there. Did that spear unit break? They did. Wow. They're not very good. And you guys did not get there in time. Fantastic. Can you maybe switch over and help them out? Yeah, the auto-resolve definitely would have been less costly. Like, definitely. Come on, flank the damn pikes. We should have flanked them the first time. I don't know how they got around so quick. You need to get back over here, because we need all the help we can get. Cavalry, deal with those archers. You guys need to get over here. You're taking missile fire. And I guess just everybody pile in on him. Maybe deal with them. Okay, they're starting to break. These guys took a lot of damage, though. Stay on them. You come back this way and flank them. Stay on them. Stay on them. Okay, so they're starting to get mopped up here. The general should be killed fairly soon. Alright, they broke. Get in there. Cool, we got him. We got him. They're starting to rout. Alright, so there's the victory. Should I run them down? Oh, they're like already at the edge of the map, so I'm not going to bother. Normally I'd run down as many as I can, but they're like already at the edge. Alright, so that was actually more decisive than it felt. I'm actually surprised we only lost 286. It felt like a lot more than that. Probably because we lost the garrison cavalry and then a lot of these spearmen, like a surprising amount. They only got a couple of kills too, like 20. The Legios were our real workhorses here. They all killed like 100 plus, except for this one that didn't see a lot of combat. We are going to take the unit replenishment here so that we're ready to fight again as soon as possible. And now we just need to figure out how to deal with that other army. Also, we have the rebels here, which I kind of want to get rid of, but at the same time, they have some really good units, and I'm not convinced that we can handle them with what we have. I may actually grab this cavalry here. I'm going to do it. We need all the help we can get on this flank. So you guys are ready to go again. Let's get in there. I am going to auto-resolve this one because I feel like I would take a lot more losses than the auto-resolve probably will. So let's go balanced, and hopefully they can do this pretty quickly and effectively. 252 is not too bad. So the rebels are gone. I cannot pursue him, so we're going to get back to town here. And should I get back into the city, or should I stay here? I don't think they would bother raiding this again. That just seems like a waste. So let's get over here, because they'll probably try to besiege that. And then Titus leveled up, and the Legion itself got a commendation. So I'm going to go with Infantry Commander, and I think Logistics Expert, so that we get that extra replenishment. And then for our Legion, let's see, we have basically the left one is like garrison type stuff, and then the right one is like crusading type stuff. So I'm going to take Logistics 1, and then I think the morale against barbarian kingdoms, since that's largely what we're facing. And I believe we're out of time. Yeah, we definitely are out of time. So I'm going to end it here, but we've got a lot still to do this turn. You guys are pretty much taken care of, but we do have some shoring up in this area. And then we have to figure out the situation in... Well, I guess that's been dealt with too. So maybe we are almost done with this turn, but there's still, you know, a little bit of planning at least. We got to figure out what to do with this other Saxon army. I'm actually convinced that Titus here can beat them with a little bit of rest, because we made pretty short work of that other army. And so if we can snag maybe a couple of mercenaries before we go in, I think we can handle them. I don't know if we're going to try to take Colonia Agrippina back right away. We might kind of leave it to the Utes for a while. Or we could just go and raise it to the ground so that nobody gets it. But that would really hurt public order in these areas. But again, this is the frontier country. If we have to lose ground, we want to lose it like here, and we want to lose it here. We do not want to lose it like in the core areas here. Definitely not in Rome, or excuse me, Italy. And we'd like to hang on to Africa and Iberia if we can, because those are going to be like our bread baskets, basically. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Attila with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.